Are you an excellent estimator? Chances are you might feel pretty good about your estimating capabilities. You're good at math, you know your spreadsheets, you can do the research, you know all the calculations, and that's terrific. But probably, if you're like the rest of us, you face some challenges. And a lot of our estimating challenges aren't around spreadsheets and math and calculations and research. They're really about human behavior. So, where we tend to have pitfalls are from our own being human, our own state of being human. And because we find ourselves in difficult situations and we don't always know how to handle those situations. The most popular, famous one that I can think of is you're walking around minding your own business, or so you think, and your sponsor sees you and she stops you and she says, "So, got those budget numbers for me yet?" Or, "Oh, have you come up with a rough schedule yet?" And you want to run and hide, and I wish that I could tell you run and hide. I want to run and hide. However, that is career limiting and perhaps not the most professional thing to do. But you try and you say, "Well, I don't really have it yet, and let me get back to you. It's early. We've just started the project. We haven't had a chance." And still she persists, as the saying goes, and she says, "Just give me a rough number." And for just a minute, you think, if I give her a number, then she's going to leave me alone and I can go to lunch or get back and make it onto that call on time or get back to your desk and finish work and come up with the real estimate. It's so tempting. But the problem is that rough number that she says she's not going to hold you to, she's going to remember that. And later, when you do the work, the estimating work, the right way, she's going to come back to you and say, "But you said in the hallway on May 7th," when she said, she wouldn't hold you to it. But anyway, so be careful. Don't give that rough number. Don't do that thing where you take the number that's in your head and then you double it because you think that's going to make it okay, because it's not going to make it okay. The best practice is to wait and get the right people together to create the estimates. And the right people aren't you by yourself, so your sponsor might try to trick you. Mine did once, saying, "Well, you're the project manager, just tell them what it's going to take." No, don't do that. Get the right people together and create the estimates. Hold off on that pushy sponsor because you don't want to give her a false estimate that no matter what she says, she's going to remember. Work with your team. You have a team for a reason. List the risks and the unknowns. Look at past projects. And again, and I can't say this enough, involve the people who are actually performing the work. Let them estimate their piece. I understand you might feel like you know what it's going to take. Let the person who's going to do the work estimate the work whenever possible. Whenever possible. Then keep track of what's been estimated, how the estimate was completed, and what really happened. So now we're moving into capturing actuals. The reason to capture actuals is so that next time you're in this position, you have some historic data to use, because good estimates come from experts and they come from historic data. So we keep estimates, we note what we thought, why we thought it. These are called basis of estimates, by the way. What really happened, not so we can beat ourselves up when we're wrong, but so that next time we can pull out those estimates and come up with better numbers. Because you know what? Even when you're allowed to follow the best practices and include the right people, estimating can still be challenging. And again, the challenges aren't about the math or the spreadsheets. You're rarely going to be able to estimate with perfect knowledge and the perfect amount of time. You know why? A perfect estimate is an actual. So knowing this, do the best you can to avoid the estimating pitfalls.